Hello everyone, welcome back to Antique Agenda. My name is Heather Elizabeth and we are antiquing today. I have driven down south to visit a antique mall called The Barn. So let's go inside and check it out. I'm back from the barn and it is not what I expected. I would not consider that an antique mall. Now, when I Googled antique malls or antique stores in Castle Rock, the barn is what came up, and you saw on the facade, on the window it said antiques. Over the door it said antiques and specialty shops. I would say it was more of a, I guess, specialty shop or boutique style of venue there. Now there was antique furniture, but there really wasn't a whole lot of antique items. I mean, what you saw in the video was it. I mean, I was squeezing out every vintage item I could find there, and most of the vintage or antique pieces were furniture. And then, whether it's painted or kept natural, and then the furniture was showcasing the more boutique items, whether it be clothing or jewelry or Christmas items or what have you, right? So, I mean, it's not a bad thing. I think it's good that, because not everyone, wants to decorate with all vintage. So the one really positive thing about it is I think it's a nice example of showing people how to combine vintage pieces, at least furniture pieces, with their more, what I would call more like contemporary. Contemporary is kind of like of the day. So kind of that home goods, contemporary style of furniture. And some of that is really cute. I mean, I was showing you guys some of the really cute pillows that I saw that obviously were not vintage. There was that really cute donkey pillow and some pillows up at the front. Like there was, I think it was a bird, and I think, the honey hive. I thought that was a cute pillow. So, I mean, I can appreciate some nice quality items. I just really like to try to put my money, my spending into vintage items more so than current items. I mean, whether it's in a boutique or whether it's at a department store of some kind or a big box store, like a Walmart or a Target, I prefer my spending dollars for my home to be something that is recycled, reused, secondhand, in whatever fashion that may be, because I spend enough money on new items in other places. I mean, I use plastic bags. I, like Ziploc bags in my home, the chemicals that we buy to clean the house, or, I feel bad about consuming all these other types of new products. So when I'm bringing something in that's new to me in my home that I know was not made for the fast home fashion market, I feel like I'm doing something. I'm doing something. I'm speaking with my wallet to all of the people at, a Target or, Home Goods, where they're having, mass quantity amounts of items being made from other countries in huge factories, that add to our pollution and everything. I would rather buy something that was made 20, 30, 40, 50, years ago, that is not impacting our environment today. Because I have to buy other things that impact the environment. So when it comes to my home decor, I really do like to buy vintage and antique, secondhand. And anyway, so, I didn't buy anything there. I mean, unless I was going to come home with a piece of furniture, and there were a couple, I mean, they had some vintage suitcases. I didn't need a vintage suitcase. There were a couple pieces out in the, they had kind of like a greenhouse area where there was that little armoire with some, I think, like Joseph original type style figurines. It's like, I was like, oh my God, I found a cabinet with vintage here. It was all the way in the back. So I didn't come home with anything. This is like 3 strikes for me. It's like the 3rd video where I haven't come home with anything. I have no haul again. I'm sorry, guys. No haul. But next time I'm gonna go to a more traditional antique mall where I'm sure I will find a goodie or 2 to bring home. So I'm not going to say the barn was a bust because there were a lot of beautiful things there. I mean, and I don't want to poo-poo it as far as, you know, I think it's great. I think it's great that, you know, there are venues out there that are combining vintage with modern things, because not everyone is going to, who want to buy vintage. You know, it's, you know, there's a lot of us out there, but there's still a lot of people who really, you know, want something shiny and new. And there was one thing that really bothered me. Okay, we're gonna dish. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get controversial on my channel. Should I do it? Okay, I want to dish about one thing, you guys. In the front room where it was shabby chic, or what I call shabby chic without the floral. So basically white shabby chic. You know, it's very pretty. It's very clean looking with the rustic, you know, it's kind of like clean yet what do they call it when they like burnish the sides of the wood so a little bit of the wood shows, whatever that is. A lot of that furniture. But my beef is with the urn. Now, you probably couldn't tell. You probably thought that was a cement urn on that white buffet or whatever it was that had a whole bunch of white papery flowers coming out of it. That was not a cement urn. That thing was like a hard styrofoam. And I think the price tag on it was $75. Why would you, I mean, I know, I guess people out there are making it, but as a vendor, why would you get a styrofoam fake cement planter when you could have either a real cement planter? I mean, granted, they're harder to lift. So maybe, I guess maybe you could argue that for people who have physical issues or an older household where, you know, they need lightweight urns. But couldn't they use, they could find a metal urn or something. It was the styrofoam that got me. It was just so yucky. I touched it and it was yucky. Just trust me on this. Not good, not good. So that bothered me. I don't think people should be buying fake stuff like that. You know, fake terracotta or fake cement. You don't need to. You can really source some nice older pieces. Much better than the fake stuff just because it's new, just because it's mass produced and it's easy to make doesn't mean we should consume it. Don't consume it. Okay, I'm done. You know, and I'm an individual who tries not to, I don't ever say I hate anything. I say I don't like it. But I'm not going to say I hate it because, you know, I don't want to put too much negativity out there. So I don't know. We'll see if I include this. I don't want to be negative, but that was just, sometimes you just have things that kind of bother you a little bit. I don't know. I shared my beef. I didn't get anything at the barn. There were, you know, a lot of, you know, pretty things to look at, but, you know, it didn't have enough vintage, you know, smaller items for me to probably warrant a trip back. So I probably won't be visiting them again, but it was an experience and I shared it with you all. Let me know what you guys think. So take care out there, guys. And until next time, bye for now.